Welcome to Break Free to Brilliance podcast, where heart-centered entrepreneurs, visionaries, and everyday heroes in your backyard are helping the world break free to live life more purposefully, one story at a time. I am Seema Giri, your host, an award-winning author, entrepreneur, and holistic lifestyle strategist. Today's show is sponsored by Uplift Media. For strategies on how to break free to your brilliance and get your free gift, 10 ways to live a dynamic life, visit seemagiri.com. Today, our special guest is Lisa Fairchild. Lisa is a life coach, public speaker, and a workshop facilitator. She is also the co-author of our book, Break Free to Stand in Your Power. And today we're going to be talking with one of my wonderful co-authors, who is an author in Break Free to Stand in Your Power, which is releasing June 17th. We're being joined today by Lisa Fairchild, who is an amazing leader and a relationship coach and a workshop facilitator. She's been doing this work and serving people for the last decade. Welcome, Lisa. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Seema. It's lovely to be here, and I'm excited to be with you today.
Me too. I'm so excited to share about your journey in our book, Break Free to Stand in Your Power. Lisa, why don't you share with us what inspired you to be part of this anthology?
What inspired me? What inspired me was really a few things, and they all surround the same thing, and that is that I wanted to say yes. I wanted to say yes to you. I wanted to say yes to the opportunity. And probably most importantly is I wanted to say yes to the part of me that knows, feels, and owns that I have a message and a platform that I'm supposed to do that's kind of been gnawing at me, but I haven't yet gotten there. And so I said yes to that part of me that wanted to be revealed, that wanted to be exposed, that wanted to get out and play in a different way than I've played before.
Wow, that's amazing. And thank you for bringing up that point, because that's precisely what so many of us do. We hold ourselves back from saying yes to the very thing we really want to, because we feel that maybe we don't bring that value. But I know you bring massive value to the world. I'm so glad that you decided to step into that and share that.
Thank you.
What is the name of your chapter, and what do you want the readers to experience when they read it?
The name of my chapter is Embrace Your Journey, Embrace That Journey. And what I want readers to kind of take away is I want them to see themselves, because I don't think that the journey that I speak about, which is coming to know ourselves and sussing out what's true about us, what our gifts, natural, God-given gifts, talents, and skills are, versus what we've put on us either through experiences or external forces, and kind of shaking those out. And I speak many times about the struggle of that, about both opening up things that have always been there, but also shedding some things that have gotten in my way. So my hope is that readers see that part of themselves, that they kind of hear that voice of them telling them what's off, what's on, and following that lead.
And I think that's going to be such a critical point to really break through and break free to be their authentic self. What do you think is the number one thing that really holds people back from exploring that further in themselves?
The number one thing that holds them back, I'm going to speak for myself and say that I think that I'm not alone in this. And that the number one thing is fear. I have a strong and well-oiled perfection wheel in myself. I want to be really good. Part of it is my upbringing. I grew up in an alcoholic family, and many alcoholic families unless you're really good at something, you don't do it because it can create havoc. So that is a well-oiled machine, and a replaying story or excuse in my life is that if I feel like I can't do something really, really well, I don't do it.
Mm.
And so I think it's that story is that we have to be, that we forget that everything that we did at one time or another, we didn't know how to do. And so it's just, I think the thing that keeps people is remembering two things. Remembering that we have done this before at some other level in some other way that has transferable skills. And then the thing, and because I know you're a Toastmaster, as am I, the thing that I think is really highlighted in Toastmaster that plays a part here is mistakes are welcome and encouraged in pursuit of us being better.
That's true. That just brings up the point that done is better than perfect.
Yes.
And if you don't take the step to try, you will never know. Some people would be amazed to find out that they're really good at something. I never thought that I would be a speaker as I am today, because I used to be so scared. I used to sweat like anything before going up to the stage. And I used to admire people who are speaking from stage and who are speaking in podcasts. And, me having my own podcast show, if someone told me that 10 years ago, I would have told them you're crazy. But you have to take that first step and you'll be amazed that, you like it, you enjoy it. So taking that first step is really important. Thank you for.
Absolutely. I always remember, I heard a quote from Wayne Dyer. It wasn't a quote, actually. I heard him say it. And it went something like this. So I'm going to make sure that I'm not saying I'm quoting him. But this is what I heard from him, is that when we make that first step, that we already become a stronger person, and that the following steps will be easier because of that first steps. And so when you add that first step on to the next step, to the next step, to the next step, we keep growing and getting stronger. And I think that's the lesson for all of us, is to, and certainly for myself, is to just take that first step.
Yeah. My favorite quote is by Lao Tzu, who says, "The journey of 1,000 miles starts with one single step."
Yes.
Wonderful. Well, Lisa, as you know, the intention of Break Free to Stand in Your Power, and the intention of bringing all these co-authors from various backgrounds, was to show people that no matter what stage in life you're at or what background, there are tools and ways to come out of it, and you can stand in your power, and give the readers a different perspective from different people's background. But now we're hit with this global crisis, this global health pandemic with COVID-19. How do you think that our book can help the readers even more so now?
I absolutely think, and it's certainly been my experience, that adversity is the place that all growth happens. At least for me, I hear the general knocks of life, the little tap, tap, I'm here, wake up. And I'm one to pretty much ignore those. And these big things are the place that I start paying attention. So I think it's a great opportunity. I think it's a big thing. It's the COVID-19 and this sheltering in place has forced a different reality on us, however temporary it might be, on the way we live, the things that we do, lots of things. So lots of opportunity for us to look. I feel like there's lots and lots of feelings. I know that I'm having lots of feelings about this, and lots of emotion about it. I recently had a conversation with my son, and I shared one day that I was sad and lonely. And he's like, "Mom, you got to get some goals. You got to go do this. You got to do this." And my response to him is, one, I appreciate your concern. And I know that. I know all the things that I need to do to get through this. I know that I need a schedule. I know that I need to eat well and exercise and all of those things. But I don't want to miss the opportunity to feel the sadness, the loneliness, and to ask myself the question, what's happening with me? And what's the learning for me? And what do I need now? So I feel like I have a tendency, I think lots of us have a tendency to just not be willing to step into the heat or step into the fire of emotions. And yet I think there is so much intelligence there for us about what's important and who we are in it. So here we are. We're at this prime time. However, so I encourage, and I think this is the time to feel all the feelings, let them all in and learn from them.
And that's a great point. So, would you like to give one tip to our audience that they can perhaps implement right away?
Sure. My one tip would be kind of lean into it. You know, my title is Embrace the Journey. This too is a journey. And lean into all of it. You know, really come from a place of curiosity about yourself, about myself, yourself, and ask what's going on. I've just finished reading Glennon Doyle's new book, Untamed. And I love a question that she asks a lot of herself and of the people that she works with is, what's the one true and beautiful story you can create about this? And this can be anything. It can be COVID-19. It can be this divorce, this death, this circumstance. And I think that we're in that place to ask that and to be able to use that to find meaning and purpose and direction out of that.
That's a beautiful point. So the question is, what is that one beautiful story that you can create out of this? And this could be any circumstance, any situation you want it to be.
And since we're in this one, why not ask the question of this one?
Right, because people want to go back to the normal, but I say let's create a new normal that would be even better than last time. And then work on yourself now so you can emerge into the person that you wanted to become. And I think we're given this chance as a global awakening at the same time for all of us.
We absolutely are. And I've heard lots of people saying, I don't want it to be my new normal. I don't like this. And I myself feel, and my hope for myself and for the world is that we are changed by this.
Yes.
That we do look, I mean, the nuggets that are already there, and I think there's many that are still to be revealed, at least to me, is that we see the impact on the ecology, the world, the planet, and the good that's coming out of there. I think it's a great time to say, what really do we need and what really matters most? And I hope that we are changed by it. I know I will be.
Definitely. I think it's something that we can't not change in some shape or form, whether we recognize it or not. That's a different story.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you so much for joining me today. It was wonderful talking with you. And I look forward to our launch, which is June 17th. We will be sharing this, the launch information on our social media. So stay in touch with us and join us for the book launch of Break Free to Stand in Your Power. Have a great day. Thank you for joining us for this interview. I hope you've gained some insights and/or tips that you can implement right away. For more interviews like this, please visit us at seemagiri.com or visit our YouTube channel, Break Free to Brilliance with Seema Giri. Until next time, have a great day.